Hello, everyone. Karen Glasser here, and welcome to The Little White Lie. If you're just tuning in right now, I'm excited and thrilled that you're here. Make sure you comment in the place right below so that I know that you're here. Say hello. Just let me know you're here. And if you happen to be here on replay, well, I want to know that you're here as well. So go ahead and put your name down there and let me know that you've been here, and I will definitely get back to you and let you know how much I appreciate you. So welcome to the show. Again, it's Karen Glasser, and this is The Little White Lie. And today the topic is about aging and beauty. And why do we fall for that? You know, I've been talking about the little white lie and this journey that I'm on and how it's more than a hair color. But again, in the spirit of transparency, I just have to show you where I'm at so far. And it is growing in like a weed, which I'm absolutely loving. But apparently this has really struck a chord. I mean, I have gotten a tremendous amount of responses. We have over 2,000 views already on these lives that I've been doing. So I'm really, really excited about that. We even got a shout out from the Back 40 Flyers who were inspired to write their own post about gray hair. And they reported back to me that they love my little white lie. So let's talk a little bit about society and how society equates gray hair with being old, especially for women. Does anybody out there remember Clairol? Do you remember Clairol? Clairol's still around, but back in the day in 1943, one of their ads said this: gray hair, the heartless dictator, the heartless dictator. Clairol swiftly, surely, and secretly eliminates the heartaches of gray or graying hair. Can you imagine that? This is the kind of commercials and advertisings and newspaper and print ads that were out there telling us basically that if you have gray hair, you're old. These were the messages that society was putting out there as we grew up. And don't forget to go check the latest post on the little white lie, because I have some really cool shots and of the Clairol ad, as well as some other things there, so that you can go check that out. So here I am on this little white lie journey, and I'm thinking about what was going on in society years ago. And I thought, you know what? Why don't I just go to the source? Why don't I just fly down to Los Angeles and talk to my mom about her journey? Since she lived back then. Mom, I'm not making you old, but you lived back then. At 30, when her white hair was coming in. So I asked her, what was it like for her? And why did she choose not to color her hair? And I thought she was going to tell me, you know, all those ads to hide her gray and all the societal messages that oppressed aging women, you know, dictating that beauty was not gray or white hair. Well, guess what? Surprise! There was not even an inkling as that being a reason. Here's what she told me. She said, Karen, I had 4 kids. Who has time? Who has time to go color your hair? She never gave the whole gray-white transition thing any thought. And in fact, she didn't even know anybody who was coloring their hair. And it was way too expensive. And I guess, it, you know, when you have 4 kids and all the things that are going on in life, to have to spend that kind of money. She calls herself low maintenance. She only wears eyeliner and lipstick, and she goes to the drugstore to buy it until they were discontinued. And she really marches to her own drum, sort of like her daughter. And wow, what an inspiration. And I want you really to go check out the post, because I have a picture of my mom and my dad there in all of their white glory, because they really are an inspiration to me and an inspiration, I think, to anybody that sees these pictures. So go check it out. And it really got me thinking, why do we do this to ourselves? I mean, really, why do we do this to ourselves? Why not listen to to beating our own drums, right? Just what is it that makes us tick? We live in a youth-obsessed culture. I want to give you some examples, though, of women who are doing it their own way. They're not coloring their hair, no plastic surgery, and they're embracing their age. Helen Mirren. And again, I have pictures of all of these women in the blog post that's up right now. Judi Dench, Nichelle Nichols. Do you remember Lieutenant Uhura from Star Trek? Jamie Lee Curtis, Grace Slick. All of these wonderful, amazing women And I didn't even mention, a ton of them, but these women are marching to their own drum, and they're not covering it up, and they are expressing who they are to the world. And then finally, I want to talk about Cindy Joseph. Now, Cindy Joseph started as a makeup artist for a lot of celebrities and actors and actresses and models. She did a lot of print ad, and she was the one who made these women look beautiful. But when she turned 49, I believe, she decided enough of this, and she just went to her natural white. And she put her money where her mouth is and built an entire enterprise around being oneself. Being beautiful, authentic, with minimal makeup. And she actually created a pro-age cosmetic line. You can read her story on The Little White Lie, as well as seeing some photos of her and of these amazing women. And next week, we'll talk a little bit about products and things that we see out there that we're being encouraged to use. And some of them are good, and some of them you might want to think about. And what about my mom? Well, she embraces her aging, and I think we can all take something from her. When I asked her, what does she feel about aging? My mom is 81 years old. She still works full-time in an orthodontist office. And she said to me, it's going to happen whether you want it to or not. Perfect answer, right? Whether you want it or not, we are all going to age. And why not do it gracefully and gratefully? So this is what I have a question for you. And I'd love for you to post down here or even on the site. What do you plan to do to follow the beat of your own drum this year? What is the beat of your drum that you're going to be following this year? And you can go over to thelittlewhitelie.com and check in there. And you're going to see some of these beautiful pictures of these amazing women. You're going to see the products and the services that some of these people do. And there's a survey there. I want to find out from you, do you color your hair? Yes? No? Maybe you used to. Maybe you're thinking about it. Go ahead and fill out that survey because I'd love to see what all of you are doing out there. And finally, don't forget to get my infographic, the 5 Steps to Uncovering Your Gray. Everything is right there on the site. I really appreciate you being here with me each and every week on The Little White Lie, and we'll see you next time on The Little White Lie. See you later, everyone.